We just had a surprise explosion at Yellowstone at Biscuit Basin, where we had a hydrothermal event take place. And I thought I'd use the astrological program to determine any celestial drivers that forewarned this potential event to come. So just looking at, I'm getting the exact location as specified through the software. So we see Biscuit Basin, and I've got the house situated right on that location. So the astrological software can coordinate the planets as per location. And I found some interesting aspects. I've gone back to 2022, and we've got a very interesting retrograde going across the region. And I thought I would show what I found here. Initially, we've got a three-way planetary connection moving across, and we've got a near conjunction. So first off, we can see we've got planets moving across here. Initially, we've got Sun, Mercury, Venus, and we can see just on the right hand side of the screen we've got Mars moving retrograde back. Now we've got a near conjunction between Mercury and Venus, and you see the proximity. It's a fair way away, but that's the first conjunction. As I slowly merge pretty close to the area, so you could sort of say that planetary connections like this, I'm zooming in quite closely, so I'm not sure how much kilometers that would be, but it wouldn't be too far away from the actual area that was affected today. But note that we've got Mars coming back and the Sun. So I'm just going to animate the software. I'll just let it run, and I'll just speed it up a touch because I've got it going in hours. Now we've got the Moon flashing through, but note that we've got Sun and Mars now starting to squeeze in. And note that Mercury and Venus are moving not quite in their normal motion due to their orbital aspect with the Earth. They're not spreading out as fast as normal, so that's holding that connection for a while. And now we've got a series of connections with Mars retrograding in between both Mercury and Venus. Again, this is well east of the area. And we've got the Sun moving across. And now we're going to get a connection between, there's an opposition between Sun and Mars. But importantly, we've got Mars is retrograde. So there's the opposition between Sun and Mars, just entering Wyoming. I'm just going to speed it up a touch, and we're going to see what Mars does with its retrograde, because it's retrograding across. And we can see that Mars begins to slow down, nearing the end of its retrograde, looping around the area of interest. And this was now December into early January 2023. So Mars is about to station. There it is. So there's a Mars station. We can see it in the chart. If we note its location, it's almost in the same place where we had the conjunction between Mercury and Mars. So pretty close, perhaps further west. But we can see we've got already, just going back 2 years and moving forward, we've already got a series of very interesting planetary aspects around the region. So it's something worth looking at, and the chart is quite strong. You can see that we've got square aspects with Venus into the node, both nodes, and we can see the proximity and closeness of Uranus with that. And Mars is strongly aspected with the Moon on this particular day when Mars is stationary, about to turn direct. Okay, I've gone back to 2022, and note that we've got the ascending nodes about to make a connection here between Mercury and Saturn, and Saturn sitting right across Yellowstone Lake, and Mercury just flashing through to make this quick conjunction. So that's something quite interesting. So it is still a fair way away. I just wanted to get the exact connection between Mercury and Venus. Okay, I've progressed it further. We've got another interaction with the ascending nodes again, this time Mars and Venus conjunction with their ascending node. And this is on the other side, the western side, and they're starting to conjoin very close, very, very close. You see how it connects and then it merges its way up. So it's right now it's up here and then it moves up when they make their crossing. So that's very, very close. That's probably the exact place here. So note the proximity between Mars and Venus. We're now November of 2022, and this is the connection and conjunction between Mercury and Venus. And it's further away than the ascending nodes, but we've got, again, so Mercury and Venus had their conjunction in this location, and previously there was an ascending node conjunction much closer by. So we've got a double sort of movement. Let's have a look at it heliocentrically. Okay, so we've got Mercury and Jupiter nearby, and we've got a perfect heliocentric Sun-Pluto conjunction, and that's connected into Jupiter. So we've got a very strong Jupiter, and Jupiter's squared into Venus. So that's very interesting. And we can see on the chart here Mercury and Jupiter, and that's represented as their opposition on the chart. So this is a very strong heliocentric chart. Just going back to the geocentric. Okay, we've got a grand trine there with Mars, Lilith and Pluto hidden in the back. So that's a very strong resonator for an event. And the Sun and Pluto at a perfect opposition, almost 3 minutes apart. So that's almost perfect 180 degree opposition. And we do have Jupiter involved with a node too, 3 degrees short of a trine aspect. So we've got the trine aspects quite strong, and the nodes are having an influence with planets. Very interesting. Now it's not a major event, but it does show that if we do get a planetary connection right on a specific location, it could cause significant problems.
Run, 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 run! Run, 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 run!